Hey, folks, this is Nick.
And I'm Brandon, and this is Coast to Coast.
Oh, you got your mouse on your lap there. That's tricky.
Hey, people. It's another episode. Go say it.
Every single time. Every single time. Oh, my God.
That's becoming a...
That's going to be a normal thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talk about hitting the record button, and then you go to hit the record button, and I notice something different and just start talking about it. And next thing I know, I look up in the upper left corner of my screen, it says recording, and I'm like, shit. Every time.
Every time. Oh, man.
Well, as Nick was saying, welcome back to the show, everybody. We're excited.
Yes, we are. Hope you like our new setup. We have upgraded.
We have upgraded. Hell yeah, we did.
We got some better mics. We got a nice background. Dude, we're
courtesy of y'all.
That's right. We got some donations.
So thank you. Thank you.
Actually, I said that I would name off people that have helped donate, and we had Sean Michael donated.
Thank you, Sean Michael.
Teresa May donated.
Thank you, Teresa May.
And Bonnie Ingold.
Thank you, Bonnie Ingold.
In parentheses, my mother.
Thank you, parentheses, my mother.
But yes, so far we're getting donated.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, I'm flabbergasted by it personally. For anybody who doesn't know, Nick hit me up and sent me a message the other day. He's like, "Hey, I need your address because I'm gonna send you a present." And I was like, "No, it's fine, dude. Like, don't worry about it. Don't spend money. Blah 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 blah." And he sent me a link to this laptop holder thing so we can put our mixing boards at an angle for better ease of use, right? And you know, the link that he sent had the price, and it was only like $15 or $16, whatever. Yeah, cheap, right? And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So long as it's coming out of, what's been donated to the show and not your own personal pocket. And then I'm going to let you tell the people what you actually ended up sending me, which they can already see, but if they're on YouTube. But
so,
yeah, you tell them.
I was so excited.
When
I get excited, it's hard to keep the surprise. I want to just tell people I don't have the patience.
Oh, I hear you.
For me, who's got patience, that's one of the things I have a hard, I just can't wait for him to get it.
Yeah.
And
I'm the same exact way.
And I'm just waiting because all I know is in that box wasn't just the little stand.
No, it wasn't.
I got my best buddy here.
You freaking jerk.
Set of Mackie headphones.
And they're so nice. Oh, dude, they're so comfortable.
And
the audio quality
sound is awesome, isn't it?
Dude, the audio quality. I got the I don't know if this is gonna screw up my green screen or not, but Mackie MC250s is what it is.
And I thought we got Mackie. We got the same exact Mackie mixer. I'm like, we got to have the Mackie headphones.
Yeah. And the mixer was completely by accident.
That was
technically
an accident.
But yeah, dude, these things are, the audio quality is insane. Like,
oh yeah,
I've been rocking my other headphones, and I think they're One Audios.
That's what I got. Audios.
Yeah, and they're cheap, right? They're like $39.99.
They sound good, and I like some of the ones I've used. They sound way better than they do have a good sound. But then once I put these on, I noticed that even those Audios, they're bassy.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I've been digging the One Audios for doing like Shmuel type stuff or stuff in Logic on my computer. The second I put these on, I was like, holy shit.
It's a much truer sound.
Yeah, it's insane.
And then he pulls out the MXL BCD1 dynamic microphone.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Dude, that was like my first thought. I'm like, oh my God. It's so pretty. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. And it's got some weight to it, dude. Like
Yeah, it's
this is
nicely built.
a hefty mic.
It's metal. It ain't no plastic guy.
Yeah. Y'all on YouTube, you can see his better. I'll turn mine away and let him kind of talk for a minute, which I know is rare because I never
Yeah.
shut up. But yeah, this is it.
Yeah, look at that puppy. MXL BCD1. I watched a lot of reviews on it, and some people are like, "Oh, it's all right," but dude, when I watched the YouTube reviews and I would listen and they would go through each one, I honestly thought this was one of the best sounding ones.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to watch any reviews. I opened up a box that I thought was only going to have a laptop stand, and the first thing I saw was a fucking microphone. I'm just like, holy shit. Like, the first thing I did when I took it out of the box, I went to Amazon. I'm like, I need to know more about this damn thing. No, dude, it's, and honestly, like, it has really good audio quality. When I first hooked everything up, the very first thing I did was go to Smule and see what kind of sound it produced over there. And dude, it sounds good. It sounds really good. So
It
those people
does.
that are saying, the people that are saying that it's, okay quality,
No, it's good.
if this is okay quality, I'm 100% fine with it. But here's the number one thing. This microphone right here, I mean, just look at it. Again, it is a sexy beast.
It's an awesome mic. And like I said, when I was listening to the other ones, like some of them, when they started getting up to like the $400 mics, like the Shure,
Mhm.
I could hear a bit of a difference, but I was like, there's
Mhm.
just not enough difference for $300 more.
Well, and that's the other thing too. You mentioned Shure, like the Shure
7
SM57 or
yeah,
B or whatever the hell it's called. Like that's one of the number one
it's
mics right
like
now. I did a whole bunch
400.
of research. Yeah, it's like 450, whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, I did a bunch of research on that, and everyone was saying that in order to use that mic, you have to volume up on your gain, like max it the F out because it's
Yeah,
a
it takes some juice.
oh, yeah, it's a juice
Mhm.
sucker. Thing's nuts.
But like I said, from my ears, listening to each one on the YouTube channel,
Mhm.
there's one other one a guy did, and it was a close one. And at first, I was almost like, actually, I think that's a little bit better. But then after a few more times, I'm like, no, it was too. I don't know what the right word is. I want to say stripped down, but that's not the right word.
Hmm.
Almost too trebly. Like I don't know.
Huh. Interesting.
This sounds more natural to me.
Yeah. I like how you hooked up the pop filter. I was gonna use the little sleeve thing that came with it, but there's with this, like you and I were testing everything out before we started the show. There's really no difference in sound.
I didn't notice that.
And I've got it at an angle, so the plosives that are coming out, the P's and B's and whatnot.
It's not hitting.
Yeah, because it's angled and it's not like directly right in front of my mouth. It's not making a difference. So I'm excited that I'm not using this because I want to showcase this because this thing has a sexy ass to it. I mean, look at that. But that wasn't even everything. Like it came with the mic stand,
Yep.
the boom arm, right? Which I have one other arm similar to this that's super janky. It's the one I use for Smule, and it's like shot 'cause it was cheap. Like I think I spent maybe $15 on that
Yeah.
arm. And I've got it all set up, dude. I got it it's funny, I'm looking at it right now. I've got a flagpole holder, then a piece of PVC. I've drilled a hole through both sides of the PVC, and I've got a bolt going through that to hold the base of the arm. This one that you sent that came with the mic or whatever, dude, the quality of this arm
Better?
is insane in comparison to the other one that I have.
Oh, really?
Oh, a million times better, bud. Million times better.
Good.
I freaking love it. It's awesome. I actually I took a piece of an old piece of a fence slat from when I built my fence in the backyard. Just took a little scrap piece and I screwed it into the top of my workbench here in the garage so that I could actually clip that to it because the rest of my workbench is too thick,
Oh, yeah.
right? So it overhangs a little bit by about inch and a quarter or whatever, but it's just the perfect
Nice.
thickness to get the base attached to. Because I told myself, I'm like, I had to damage the bottom of my arm in order to make it work with that PVC thing and the bolt I was telling you about. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm not damaging this. This is brand new and it's already a million times better than the other one. Yeah, we're gonna keep it nice.
I'm just glad you're happy, man. I so bad wish I was there so I could watch you open it.
Oh, dude, my face. Oh my god. I had my son help me, right? Quote unquote help me open it up. You know, we played the what's in the box game.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was just fully expecting just the little laptop angle thingamabob, whatever the hell that thing's called.
But you were like, "Why is this box so damn big?"
Yeah, I'm like, why is this box huge and why does it freaking weigh so much? Like, why is it so damn heavy? Right? This has got to be some heavy duty fucking laptop holder thing. And then playing the what's in the box game with Jacob, and he's pulling out the little bubble wrap stuff, you know, and I see the items and I'm like, that's not just one thing. And then I saw the microphone and I'm like, does that box say MXL through the plastic wrap? What the hell is this? And I grabbed it and I held it and I read it. And then, dude, my eyes just got the size of dinner plates. My jaw freaking dropped to the floor. I'm like, oh.
Fantastic.
And Jacob's over there, Daddy, can I see it? Can I see it? I'm like, no. Oh, it was
Oh, good
crazy.
stuff.
Yeah, dude, I am so unbelievably like thankful for all the donations everybody has thrown because of all this. Like it's weird because it's you know it's materialistic stuff. I'm not the most materialistic person
Yeah,
on the
me
planet.
neither.
You know, I mean, you can't take it with you when you go, right?
I'm that dude, if
So
it has to go, I'll just get rid of it if I have to. I don't leech
yeah,
onto things, but
yeah. Same here. I mean, my wife and I, we kind of share the same rule. You know, if you haven't touched it in a year, you can probably sell it or throw it away.
yeah.
You know, I mean, there's certain things that have super
Oh,
sentimental
yeah, of
value,
course.
obviously, but um, yeah, I'm super thankful for all the donations, and I'm super grateful for you and sending it and what we're
I'm
doing
grateful for
here.
you,
And
man.
I mean, dude, it's turning into something. I mean, bro, dude, let's talk about the other new fucking thing going on. How cool is this, right?
The back screen.
The I mean, it was a nightmare getting it set up on my end because I suck with technology.
We got it, though. We got it.
I think we got a
Still
couple
tweaking.
recordings squeezed in there that we might be able to throw on the old social media profiles.
Yeah.
Watch out, TikTok. But yeah, Nick was extremely patient with me because one, I'm using outdated, antiquated equipment. Um, every other show that we've done prior to this one, I've ran off of my Chromebook through the Zoom app, and that Chromebook is like somewhere between 2006 and 2008. It's ancient, right? So I got it swapped over to my iMac, which is what I do all my music stuff through, but it's a 2010 iMac. So I'm like, we finally get everything swapped over, and I'm on here trying to get the whole green screen effect thing going on or whatever. And it says, your computer's processor is too outdated to do this. Like, I'm like, I just can't win. So I hit the button, click, do it anyway.
And there it is.
And I'm really hoping that it sticks, dude. Like, I'm hoping it's not just a visual mind fuck for us. Like, it's just throwing it up on the screen. And then when you go
The
to put it up
bitch.
on YouTube, when it comes in the cycle, right, to go get posted, it's just a green fucking curtain behind me. That would be
Yeah.
not cool.
Well, what's funny is this it also does virtual backgrounds where it's, like a video behind me,
Yeah.
but my computer won't run that. It says your computer is not compatible, it's not new enough.
Dude, how
It
cool would
does
it
this,
be
but it
though?
won't do the video.
But how cool would that be? Like, We
Well,
could be chatting or whatever, and you could have, freaking like some kind of crazy action movie going on behind you. All these car scene chases and fucking explosions and shit. You got The Rock jumping out of nowhere.
good lord.
Like,
Well, what I wanted to do, but it would have to be a GIF file converted to a movie file because they won't do GIF files. Is I want because this is our intro and outro.
yeah, this
And
is
the
our intro
flames,
screen and
it sits
outro
there and the
screen. Yeah.
flames burn.
Yeah.
So I wanted it burning in the background when we were talking.
Oh, dude, that'd be fucking awesome.
But I gotta have it where you can do video. So we need newer computers in order to do it.
Oh.
Donations!
Dude, you scared me. I'm like, what shit.
Hey everybody, it's Nick.
And I'm Brandon from the Coast to Coast podcast show. Nick and I have been cooking up some stuff in the background with our admin team, and we are super excited to announce it to you. So without further ado, Nick.
Hey guys, we got something cool and unique, something we're pretty sure nobody else is doing.
Mhm.
We have a group for our podcast, Coast to Coast group. We are on the Line app.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. We're going to have different kinds of challenges. There's so much going on in this room. We can't really tell you everything because it'd be a long ad. But the Line app has live calls. We can call each other, video calls. You can instantly talk to us. We chat all the time in it. So you could talk to us any point, 24/7. You got something to say, you got a question to ask, you got a suggestion for the show or anything, you can boom right away.
Mhm.
If you don't have Line app, not a big deal. You can get it. It's simple, easy download on Androids, on iOS. It's on PC and it's on Mac.
That's right. Literally, all you guys have to do is just download the app, install the app, whatever. It's quick, it's free. Search for the group name Coast to Coast. And if for some reason you guys can't find the group, maybe you're just, lazy like us and you want it to be easier, then all you would have to do is head on over to any of our other social media accounts. You can find us on Instagram, Coast_2_Coast. You can find us on TikTok, Coast2 Coast 010. You can find us on Facebook, Coast to Coast. I mean, it's pretty fucking repetitive if you think about it. Once you're there on any of those social media pages, send us a private message with the words "drop me a line," and we will make every attempt possible to get you that invite to the group. The other thing too is if you need some help with setting up the Line app for whatever reason, you have questions, it's being finicky for you in that private message format with us, we will do our best to walk you through the setup as well.
Yes, we will.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
while you're there, DM and say you're on TikTok and that's where you want to message us through.
Mhm.
While you're there, check out the goof off challenges. We may have one up and you can join those. Check all our social media because we're doing all kinds of things everywhere. There's a lot going on. We want
And
you to
more to
enjoy it
come.
with us. That's right.
More to come for sure.
So hopefully you join us.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
With this new setup, it's like everything you say is right here. Because remember
Oh.
before we would always complain with each other, like, "Hey, you're too low. I can't hear
You're too
you.
low,
Hey,
you're cutting out,
exactly.
See,
I've never heard you this clear before.
nobody I know there's some people do it, and I don't know if it's got to do with the room they're in or what, but the condenser mics for us seem to be too much.
Oh, big
And we
time.
can't get it right. And if we get it
Yeah.
right, then it's just picking up everything. But
Yeah.
if we get it where it's not picking up everything, then it's not picking us up good enough. You
Well, and
get
the other thing too, there was an episode not too long ago. I think it was right after we had Mary on the show. It was the first episode after that. You had developed this really like weird clicking sound
Yeah, what was
in your
that?
mic, and it came through in the audio as well. We couldn't figure out how to get rid of it, and we're just like, well, we're not gonna freaking scrap it because
Just
it's already
let
been recorded.
it be.
But none of that's happening now. I mean, this sounds, and to me anyway, on this end, just absolutely crystal clear. It's amazing.
Well, I'm enjoying this. People are giving us great feedback, so I know it's gonna start to take off. And I'm like, the best thing that's gonna make it take off is we gotta get some better stuff.
Yeah.
And like we said in the one episode that's gonna be coming out soon, uh, we ended up getting the same frickin' mixers.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
No. I actually got mine, I got mine by happenstance, first. Um, okay, so my dad is in the process of essentially he's recording an album. He has a producer in Nashville. And because of COVID, right? All the recording studios around here, they're not allowing people in to record. Well, because of Smule, I have microphones, and then I started getting into the music thing with Logic on the iMac and all that, and that's why I bought the iMac. I'd never been an iMac user until like 5 months ago, 6 months ago when I got this thing. And Dad goes, "Well, can we just use your computer software and do a scratch vocal test, send it to my guy in Nashville and see if it works?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." So we did. It worked, right? He's like, "Yeah, this is great. Awesome." And my dad and I just started talking about mixers and audio interfaces because with my Focusrite Scarlett Solo audio interface, it doesn't have the separate volume knob to turn up just your vocal input, right? You got to turn up
Mhm.
the music and everything all at the same time, and it sucks. So I was talking to him about it because I was researching the Mackie a little bit. I was researching the 2i2 that you had, and Dad goes, "Well, that Mackie thing looks like it can do a hell of a lot more. Why wouldn't you just go with that?" I'm like, "It makes sense, Dad, but it's also like, $100, $150 more, right?"
Yeah.
He texts me later on. He's like, "Hey, send me the link to that Mackie thing you were talking about. I don't think nothing of it." I'm like, "Okay, here you go." He texts me back like 5 minutes later. "I ordered it. It'll be here on Tuesday." I'm like, "What the hell? The shit?" Right? Like, why? Like I was planning on selling some shit and buying one. And he just told me straight up, he's like, "With everything you're doing right now, with building the studio, right? With getting more involved with music, with doing the podcast,
Mhm.
with trying to figure out a way how to get into like doing things with voiceover, right? For commercials or cartoons or whatever, right? Because I mean, I don't know if you know, but I can do a mean Cleveland Brown, just saying. But he told me, and he's like, with
You know
him
we're
doing
gonna
his
have to hear that.
oh, that's just nasty, Peter.
That's that's about spot on, dude.
Put me on the spot. I wasn't actually ready. Like, but yeah, with him making his album or whatever, he's like, "This is mutually beneficial. It's gonna help you with everything you got going on, and then from here on out, I can just record at your place, and
Yeah.
he doesn't have to pay." I told him, I said, "Dad, whenever you want to record here, it's free because it gives me good practice on the computer with stuff." And he's paying, I don't know how much he's paying, but he's paying out the ass to
For
go to
studio.
some local person at a studio, just literally just to capture his vocals and then send it to his producer to actually do the stuff with.
Well, like you said,
So
not to cut you off, but the other thing nice is because I was thinking about it, but I wasn't totally sure. But what really pushed me to go, oh yeah, I really should do that, is because now we can have one mic. Like I got my sound room next to me,
mhm,
so my singing room is separate from this. It's right here,
yeah, and
and
you've
my
got
mic.
way more space now too.
Oh yeah, so my mic cord goes up and then into that room. So
Mm,
instead of having to take a mic to here and then take it back there, we can have our mule mic set up on one channel and
yep,
then our frickin' podcast set up on another channel, and it just
yep,
gets left.
yeah. I have all 3 of my microphones hooked up to the Mackie right now as we talk.
And whichever one
Um,
you want, you just unmute it and you go.
exactly. Line 1 is for Smule. Line 2 is for me doing anything in Logic Pro X or 10, whatever it's called. Line 3 is for the podcast, and I'm leaving the 4th line, which is the 4th XLR line, open for when my dad comes over, because when he does that, we can adjust his EQ on the spot right then and there, and then just leave it for forever.
Yep.
So yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, he got me that, and then I sent you a picture of it or a video of it from Smule or whatever after I had it all set up, and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool." And then a couple days later, you didn't even know what version I had gotten. You
I
send
didn't
me
know it.
the thing, and I'm like, "Holy shit. You see the picture. I'm like, dude, that's the same exact fucking one I got. That's awesome. How did you find that again? Because I know you were looking at like a secondhand store originally, right?
Well, yeah, I couldn't find anything. I was looking at Marketplace, and then finally, me and my wife were out when they go into different stores. I'm like, can we go to Guitar Center? It's like right there.
Nice.
I don't care. So we go there, and there's a wall of mixers. There's a cheap one, but it didn't have a compressor. Talked about this in another episode. And I just
Yeah,
kept
it was
looking
probably like the
between.
not the
Yeah,
Yamaha, but the Behringer or something.
I think it was Behringer. But then I kept looking between the Yamaha and the Mackie, and I'm looking back and forth. I'm like, and I just was drawn to the Mackie. I was just drawn to it. It was like it was everything I was looking for. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's the one. That's
Mhm.
it. That's the one that I need. And then when I sat down, and I remember sitting down with you because that's when you were like that. I was like, "Well, I got one, dude." You're like, "Yeah," and you like, I said, "Yeah." You were like, "What do you got?" I said, "A Mackie." He said, "Well, yeah, that's I got the Mackie Pro FX 10 V3," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Huh?"
Yeah.
You're like, "What did you get?" I go, "Uh, the Pro FX Mackie V3, yeah, the Pro FX 10
The
3."
10v3.
What? No, it's
It's
no. I want
awesome.
to add to that, dude, because I was checking videos and watching some older ones.
Mhm.
And there's an episode before we got these
Mhm.
where near the end, you said, I wanted to talk to you. And you were telling me about how you were going down the rabbit hole of YouTube
Mhm.
and looking up different mixers.
Mhm.
And you're
Mhm.
like, dude, and I was thinking about because like all these things you could do with the mixer and this and that. And you're talking to me about it. And I said, dude, that's weird. You were watching that last night? And you're like, yeah. I said, today I got up and I was like, I wonder about a mixer. And I started looking at mixers today.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just how we are, dude. It's so weird. So the whole step of the way, we both thought of looking at mixers, and we both looked at then also we
Yeah.
both get the same damn mixer. It's just weird.
Well, I keep telling you, this kind of stuff just keeps happening with us. I
Oh,
keep saying that
constantly.
we're on the same wavelength, right? Like earlier today, before we officially hit the record button for this show, we both we left our respective areas pretty much at the same time.
Yep.
And then we came back unknowingly,
Literally, unknowingly. There's no way
and
to know. You're in
sat
California.
down. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly in time.
at exactly the same
Woot!
time.
And I sit down and I look, and I'm
It was
watching you
just
sit down. I'm
weird.
like,
Yeah,
weird,
it was weird.
weird.
It was trippy.
Our Smule videos, we both thanks at the same time. There's no way to know you're doing that.
Yeah.
And then
Dude,
you did it.
I joined you on lunch today.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there eating a freaking burger while I'm singing on Smule or whatever through my earbuds, and then at the end of the song, I happened to just mention, Coast to Coast podcast, woo, whatever, and then right after that, and it was your OC, so
Yeah.
you had opened it, I joined you, and what did you say?
Something to the effects of check out Coast to Coast podcast right after you
Yep.
said it. You didn't know I said that.
I had no clue, dude. I didn't pre-screen or the fucking OC or anything. I just saw it and I'm like, oh shit, cool. Nick did something. Let me jump on it. I'm doing nothing except stuffing my fucking face with Wendy's Baconator burger. Yeah.
That
It was good too.
was
So
a
was the
nice.
chocolate frosty. Just saying.
Oh yeah, you did. So this is where we're at, folks. And you know
It is
what?
amazing.
The sound quality is definitely better with these mics.
Oh, dude, big time. The funny thing is if you think about it now, right? We both are literally running the exact same equipment.
That's another reason why I did it.
100%.
That's another reason why I did it. I said we're already this far to the same stuff. We got the Mackie, we got everything. I said if we just match everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I mean, I put a hat on and sunglasses just for you, buddy.
Saucy.
I feel really weird because, I got my hair sticking through the back of the hat and it's really kind of uncomfortable. It looks almost like I got a haircut from this position though. It's kind of nice. I don't know.
Kinda nice.
It's kind of nice. Dude, I'm ready. I'm ready for a haircut, bro.
Are you
Oh
really?
my God. Oh, dude, I don't know how I'm gonna make it another 3 years until I donate for that event, the
You gotta go
Great Cut
3
2024 or
years?
whatever. Yeah, because it's in
Yeah.
2024. It's the Great Cut 2024. In a
Oh,
previous episode, I mistakenly called it the Great Clip 2024. It's the Great Cut 2024 is the donation event for what I'm growing my hair for. So right now it's like, down to my shoulders or whatever. By then it'll be down to my ass. I don't know. But dude, I'm already ready to like go back to being bald. and just keeping it short because it's driving me
Really?
insane. I hate it. I
That's
hate
weird
it.
because you said you liked it last time, and you said it was an excuse to do it.
Well, I'm hating it now. Like all week this week, I'm absolutely hating it. I go to wash my hair, and it's just like falling out in huge droves, which I did research on because that's what I do, and that's apparently normal, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I guess we lose just a shit ton of hair practically every day, and then when it's wet, it's weaker, and blah 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 blah. I
Yeah.
don't want to go down that road, but it's fine. It's healthy. It's in good condition. It's not like all fucked up or anything, but it's just driving me nuts because it's kind of like growing a beard, right? You want to grow a beard because you're a lazy piece of shit and you don't want to have to shave all the time. And then you start growing a beard and you realize, well, oops, this requires even more maintenance. Same thing with the dome. Requires more maintenance. It's driving me crazy.
I didn't grow a beard. I was born this way.
Then your mama done it right.
Could
Your
you
mama done it right,
imagine
then
that?
she should be proud.
It's definitely a boy. It's got a full-grown beard.
This one's
How
got a
long has it been
full-grown
in
beard.
there?
What should we name her?
Man,
Actually, dude, I have mad respect for your beard. Big
really?
time. Oh, dude, that thing is just monstrous. Look at it. Just freaking look at your beard, dude.
Dude, I
Like
was
the longest I've had mine is like down just below my Adam's apple. Yours is like down to your freaking belly button practically. You don't got too much for this mid chest, right?
it's kind of at a stall though. It's been stuck at this point.
Well, they say that your facial hair does reach a quote unquote terminal length.
But some people have them where they're like, "Holy Christmas."
Yeah, like ZZ Top type
I wonder if it'll
craziness.
eventually. I wonder if it just gets really slow as it gets long, if it just slows down more.
I have no idea. I've never grown a beard for longer than 6 months. Like right now, this is I shaved on January 1st and it's now March 19th. So however long that is, I'm kind of ready to shave again.
Well, the funny thing for today is people probably think I'm nuts, but I'm enjoying this podcasting with you so much
Oh, dude, same
that
here.
all week I was like,
This is like the highlight of my weeks.
oh. So when it came to last night, that's why I did that TikTok. I'm like, it's me going, "Ugh," and then at the end, I'm like,
A few moments later.
podcast time. Woohoo!
Ah!
So I get up today and I'm like,
No,
oh,
I feel you.
it's podcast day. So I take a shower, I clean my beard real good, I put the beard oil in it, I put the beard balm in it, and I got it all nice.
Meanwhile, I'm over here. I just got off of work, like, a handful of hours ago. I haven't even taken a fucking shower. I just look like shit. You're over here all bright and shiny like a fucking
Well,
brand new diamond. I just look like I rolled out of fucking bed or something. Just
yeah,
all
but
raggedy.
your beard only looks so rough. You're like, because the style of beard you got, the way your hair is, mine, if you would have
Mhm.
seen it before I showered, it's better like that. I hate wearing masks because it creases it.
Yeah,
If you would
same
have paid
here.
attention yesterday, my
Mine
beard
is
looked
mostly on the sides, though.
it looked creased right here, and you could about see my face. It just looks so weird, dude. So I had to wash the shit out of it and get it to just poof back again.
Yeah. I don't really get the crease going along like the chin line area. I just get it up right
I get
over
it.
here, like
That's
below my ears
see,
on
that
the
wouldn't be
cheek
so
side.
bad. I get it right across my chin.
Now I
Drive me
touched it.
nuts.
Now it's all. I gotta just touch my beard. That's how you get the Rona, people.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, I mean, dude, that's what they say. You avoid touching your face, touching your eyes, your nose, anything that
know.
blah 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 blah.
I don't wanna be a jerk, but when it first hit and they were like, "People with beards need to shave their beards."
Did they say that? I don't remember them saying that.
Yeah. I remember going to my buddy's house. I do work for him all the time, working on his house, and I remember he was like, "Dude, I need something done." So I go to his house, and sure enough, he was shaved. I'm like, "Dude, where's your?" Because he doesn't grow like this, but he always has a
hmm
scruff.
hmm
And he was like, "Oh, you got to shave your beard, dude." I'm like, "No." You know how I've told you a million times, this is not
Yeah.
getting touched. It's not
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
So,
I would almost pay money just to see you shave your face, but I don't think I would be able to come up with the enough of a sum in order to convince you to do it.
there's just no way.
Well, and I mean, I've only known you with a beard, so, like, for me, I can't picture you without one. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
I
I
know
know.
you did a, you sent a video in one of our group rooms. I can't remember if it was the So Country group
Those
or the
so
Single Take
good.
Studios group, but
Might have been
was
both.
it So Country?
Might have been both. I know I
I
did
can't
So Country
I can't remember, but it was one from a while back.
while back when I was living down south,
Okay.
and I was playing a guitar, and I was my whole head
Yeah.
was shaved, my face, everything. There was
Yeah.
no hair on my
Yeah.
head.
No, I think you had a little bit of a chin scruff thing going on, I think.
Maybe.
I can't remember. This I mean, dude, this is 2, 3 weeks ago? I don't know.
But dude, even when I look at pictures of myself not horribly a couple years ago before I had this, and I used to keep it like I would just keep it down. I would never shave rarely I would have shaved to the skin, but I'd always just keep it
Mm.
scruff.
Yeah, you had like a business beard kinda thing, huh?
And now when I compare myself from that to this, I'm like, in my eyes, I can't. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm like, uh-uh.
I don't mean to change the subject back to something that we already talked about, but since you had already mentioned it, and since you that's not gonna make any sense now. Anyways, since you made mention of it, all I can think of is how cool it would be if the screen was actually, like, on
Burning.
fire in a video type thing. It's really bothering me now, dude. Like, especially after going through all the effort that we went through and you basically walking me through all these damn settings and shit. Cause I don't know, dude. I'm like a caveman, right? Like, I was born in '86. The internet came out not that long after. I grew up essentially with computers and with the internet and with
I was
technology and
born
blah,
in
blah, 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 blah. But
'75, man. I didn't have shit.
yeah, and you're way better with technology than me.
Just
I
a
lived
little bit.
under a rock in the back of a
No,
cave.
it's funny because even Ferris, I'm in the phone on a call one day, and Ferris is like, "You're my tech guy. I need to
Dude,
know,"
you're pretty techie, man.
and I'm not even super techy.
Well,
But,
I don't know. I
I'm
think
good
you
at
are.
figuring stuff out. I'm a troubleshooter. I do all kinds of stuff. But
Well,
he's
then
on the
that makes
phone and
sense.
he's like, asked me about one thing. I think I was talking about the mixers. He's like, "You're my tech guy from now on. I gotta ask you something because I was running through him how to do his microphone. I got my drone and I got a power, I can't
Um,
remember the name of it, and I've had it myself.
well, like a power converter kind of thing or
No, it's a
something?
photo studio. It's for doing, like, photos and videos. Oh, I'm having a huge brain fart. Anyways, he had a
Oh.
video software. I can't think of it. I'm having
Oh,
a
okay.
and, he said, I don't get it, like, it's saying you gotta have this and this and this in your computer run it, and I need a new laptop. Can you find me a laptop that'll work with this?" Like, he couldn't figure nothing out.
Mhm.
5 minutes later, "Here's your laptop, dude." I was just like, "Ferris, do you mind having this?" "No, I don't care about that." "Okay, do you want well, here's what you got, $520, man. An i7 is one of the newest processors, you got all that." I said, "It's perfect, it'll run whatever you need to do." "Send me the link." "Perfect, thank you."
That's awesome. Yeah, dude,
Uh,
you're, exponentially more techie than me. I wouldn't venture to say that you're more techie than my wife, because no offense, she's like a freaking genius when it comes to computers.
I
Like,
know
she
enough.
straight up built her own computer. She
I
calls
built
it
a
the
computer.
Beast. Well,
I built
I
one.
didn't know that. Okay, well, maybe you're a little bit closer to being where she's at, but I mean, she does shit I could
I'm
never even
far, dude, I know enough, I'm surprised you can't because a lot of mine is by reading or YouTubing now, but, like, back when I built my computer, certain things on the motherboard wasn't working right, and I was like, "What is going on?" I had to find out, "Okay, gotta make sure you flip these flip switches in a certain way depending on what memory and what blah, blah, blah you have," and it gets real deep, man. It's not like you just put it together. It's crazy.
dude, you just froze on my end for days.
Oh, no.
You're not frozen right now.
Why did it do that?
I don't know. That was weird. You started to tell a story and then you froze kind of like
I'm gonna tell you
like
what's
this.
weird. My whole Zoom shut down and it was gone. I thought my internet cut off.
Oh no.
And then all of a sudden I'm doing something else when Zoom pops back on. I'm back on the right side of my screen again. It's still recording. I don't know what had just happened. I have
It
no idea.
yeah, it says recording on my end over here. Maybe you had like a power surge or something that just ran through.
There's always
I don't
gotta be
know.
something. God. Oh, you fixed that? Well, fuck, I'm gonna do this then. Come on.
That's how I felt trying to set up this shit, just getting ready for the damn show today.
I'm gonna do that.
Murphy's Law kind of day. Yeah, dude, throw the headphones again. That was hilarious.
Oh, God knows it.
Have we
That was
I don't
weird.
think we have we officially talked about that on the show yet? I mean, I know we made mention in the Lion app, and we made mention in a couple things on like TikTok and whatnot. We posted the little 3 or 4 part video series, but have we actually talked about that on the show? I don't think we have.
Yeah, we did, but we can like refresh a memory if you want to bring it up again because it was funny as shit.
It was good.
It was funny.
I mean, we're
There could
talking.
be, you could mention it. There might be new listeners that
Well,
bypassed all that.
the reason why I'm wondering is because you know what episode just went up today?
Yeah.
It was the episode that should have been.
We had to redo. Take 2.
So Nick and I, just a couple weeks ago, we had a couple guests on our show, Ferris and Nancy. That episode aired today, but that wasn't the I can't even get through it. That wasn't the original episode.
Nope.
And I'm gonna let Nick tell you what happened because it was epic. This sigh.
The sigh. So we get our guests on.
Oh god.
And we're recording, and it's a great show.
Oh, it was awesome.
And it went on, and we got halfway through it, and then the other guest was supposed to be on, decided, yeah, and they ended up jumping in. It was just a great episode. There were some funny parts. There's so much talking.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to the end, and mind you, that episode was an hour, or if not an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, it was over. It was definitely hour 10, hour 20, somewhere in between there.
So we're all like, oh, great show. Glad you have you on. Thank you. Good. And then they left, and then we're talking. We're doing our little say goodbye to people after the guests left.
Yep.
And we're like, well, that was a great episode. Yeah, whatever. All right, people, have a good one. We'll see you in the next episode. And then I did my typical, you know me, I lose my cursor and I'm trying to find it to stop the episode.
Yep.
And I'm looking and I can't see the damn stop button. There's no stop button. I keep seeing yeah.
It's still funny.
It's
still hilarious. I'm sorry.
Stupid. I'm looking for, all I see is a circle. I'm going, where is the stop and pause button? And the crazy part is under the circle, it says record. It's the record button. And I know it because I always hit it. But I'm looking at it and it is not, for the life of me, Brandon, it was not registering. I was just focused on where's the square for stop. Where is it?
I noticed because I was the one that actually said it.
I'm like, and then when I started focusing, I started realizing like, and I hear you go, no, you didn't hit record, did you? I go, dude.
Oh my God.
Fuck. I never hit record. I never hit record, man.
Yeah. hour
Oh,
hour and 20-ish minutes or so.
and then I did hit record because I'm like, look, it's the record button, and I clicked record, and I ended up recording us after that, where we were just.
We both lost it.
It's on YouTube. Go
In a
watch
good
it.
way. It's on
a-
YouTube.
Yeah.
There's a few part series of it on TikTok if you're curious.
Oh,
And we both lost it in a good way. I mean, laughing so
it
hard we
was.
cried practically. Nick threw his headphones, but now
Yeah.
he's got new ones. So thank you again to the listeners because
I laughed my ass off at it now, but then I was upset
Yeah.
and laugh. It's kind of a weird thing. I was
Yeah.
laughing so hard, I was crying, but at the same time, I was so like, oh my God.
Yeah, you're like mad laughing.
Oh, I was just like, I quit. It's over. But you know what? It worked out because really, when we redid it, it was even better the second time.
Oh, absolutely,
So,
absolutely. 100%.
yeah, what are you gonna
Um,
do?
well, and the thing too is some of the questions that we asked, they were I wouldn't say exactly 100% the same as they were the previous evening because what happened is we talked with our guests after that. We told them what happened. They're
Right.
friends of ours, and they agreed to record the following night, which was
Oh man,
Saturday
when we
night.
had to go
Thank
online,
God.
you were like, you're just laughing. You're like,
Yeah.
dude, well, I'm gonna go log online and hopefully they get on and you get to tell them.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna let you talk on that one, buddy.
then we get in and you definitely, you're like, you had no problems going, hey, Nick, tell them.
Well,
Oh,
you know
man.
why? You know why? Because had it been me, the roles would have been reversed.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
it
Brandon,
was.
why don't you tell him what happened? Huh?
Brandon.
Huh?
Ugh. Like,
Uh,
don't be mad, dudes. They're like, oh, they were so cool about it. They're like, it's
oh
no big
yeah.
deal. We'll just do it again. They're like, we'll do it tomorrow.
And it was their idea to
Yeah.
come on the next day,
The
and they
very
were
next
so
day and
sweet
redo
and
it.
so kind and so understanding. And I mean, it's no wonder I consider them to be really good close friends. Like, they're just fantastic, phenomenal people. They really, truly are.
So
But
are
I
you,
mean,
dude.
yeah, well, thank you. You're fantastic, phenomenal people as well, buddy.
Why did you have to hesitate?
I hesitated?
Took you minutes, like you had to think about it first.
Oh shit.
Hey there.
But no, you're right, dude. It did end up being better.
Yeah.
Like I said, the questions weren't exactly the same. They were similar, but they weren't exactly the same because I mean, we don't have anything written down. We never script anything. Like,
No.
I mean, fuck, before we got on here tonight, we're over here for an hour,
Well,
almost an hour and a half trying to get this whole thing set up on just my side because I suck so bad with technology, right? And then we start recording and we have no clue what we're about to talk about for the next hour.
it's
And
always
I
the
like
same
it that
thing.
way.
Do you know what you want to talk about? No. Do you? No. All right,
Nope.
click record.
Yeah, pretty much. And then what happens? You hit record. I don't realize we're recording and I have my oh shit moment. And then, well,
Then it just happens.
we're on now. Take
Fucking
off somewhere.
man.
I
We
think
didn't
it's
even,
perfect.
and then we forgot because the first time that we didn't record it, like we missed the whole thing with climaxing and
I hate you. You just you were hell bent on getting that on a show, weren't you?
I was holding on to it in my pocket.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, it was funny. He wasn't talking about the real climaxing. It was just the whole way it came out. It was funny.
We were talking about music and essentially a singer telling the story of a song when they're singing and using volume,
Right.
to their advantage to tell the story. Getting softer where you need to get softer, getting louder where you need to get louder. And I said something along the lines of, yeah, and then there's some people out there that all they ever do is just scream into a microphone and it's the same volume the entire time without any kind of difference. And it's kind of like, well, fuck, the entire song is nothing but the damn climax. Give me something different or something. And then I just got called out for using the word climax. I'm like, you people suck. Like, it was an innocent statement, and you just had to take it there.
If we could have recorded it, burnt,
Right.
people would have seen and laughed.
It was hilarious,
It was
actually. It was I told the story very badly. It's probably not as funny telling the story as it was in real life, because in real life it was, yeah. Anyway.
So
So
we look at how Coast to Coast is over my head. That's perfect.
dude, it looks good. And it's I mean, you can't see the little center symbol thing, the microphone over there,
Yeah.
which, by the way, I think you stole from STS, but you're welcome.
Huh? I'll be right there in a minute.
Uh-oh.
I was actually just ignoring that you said I stole your microphone.
Oh, you fooled me, you son of a I'm done. I quit. Throw the headphones.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, I see. Every episode.
Yeah, you have a lot of brain farts, buddy. That senility is really kicking your ass.
What the hell were we talking about?
We
You
talked about a
Oh,
lot.
I know what I was gonna say.
Mm.
People also could get said the funny part about hooking up when you finally got your green screen to kick in.
Say what again?
When we finally got your green screen to kick in.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, dude, you're wearing a green shirt.
Sure was. Sure was.
Oh, it was funny.
I wish the people on the audio platforms could still see what's going on. I'm holding up my green shirt in front of myself, so you can't see I'm just a head floating now.
Pretty much.
Just
Looks like you poked your head through the flaming circle in the back.
I wore that shirt all day. It stinks, and I just had it up against my nose. That was gross. What the hell? Turkey calls. 10 minutes left of the show. We're doing turkey calls for the last 10 minutes. One of these days, I'm gonna have to request, and I'm gonna make the request right now, actually.
Okay.
I don't care if it's the next episode or if it's an episode a year from now, but one of these days you're gonna sit there and you're gonna play us all a song on the guitar, because you're pretty damn good at that thing.
No, I'm not.
What are you talking about? Yes, you are.
I'm good enough, but and no, I'm not being humble, people. I'm not. I play rhythm.
I
self-taught.
saw the videos that you posted in the group online chat rooms. I
Yeah.
saw a few videos of you playing a few different songs. They were pretty damn good, in my opinion. I don't know how to play guitar. I'm trying to learn poorly, but
They weren't bad for a dude who just self-taught himself in Red Tab and just figured it out.
so you're 100% self-taught on guitar?
Everything, dude. 99% of the things I can do, I just did it.
No shit.
All
That's
my
impressive.
I do electrical. Nobody taught me electrical.
Oh my god, dude, do you have a death wish?
What? I love it.
You do electrical and no one ever taught you
I just know
how to do electrical?
No, I've wired whole
Dude, oh my
houses. I've
god.
worked on all kinds of stuff.
Dude, I
The
get leery just
construction?
plugging something into an outlet. I'm like, am I gonna die? I know it's supposed to go in there, but is this gonna kill me? Like, that's crazy. Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's impressive, dude.
Plumbing, nobody taught me.
That's cool.
Building, no, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't understand it. When I got into construction, people would be like, I started off doing like tile and stuff, got on
Mhm.
my own, and then I'd have people going because I was so cheap. They would want to use me for other stuff. Well, do you do this?
Mhm.
Like one guy's like, added onto his house, new house. He's like, so they didn't finish doing the stone on the outside of the house. Do you know how to do that? Yeah. I've never done it. But then I
So
go up.
basically, you're telling him, you're looking at it and you're saying, yeah, and then you're holding back the, I can figure it out part of the
Yep,
yeah, right?
yep. And then I go to start that day, and for some reason, it just all makes sense, and I just did it. And it's weird, dude. I don't
I'm
understand it.
jealous. I am jealous of that trait, dude. Like that's
I
kind of
wonder
like
if people think
it's
I'm
kind of
full
like
of
my
crap
brother.
because I'm not. I'm very honest about this.
I believe you 100%. That's
And I'm gonna
very
tell
much like my
people,
brother. He's the same way.
I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. And this
Mm.
is not our episode, people. Don't get mad at me for saying this. It's just my feelings. I don't push my feelings on people or nothing. Don't
Oh,
hold this against me.
I'm gonna hold it against you.
But I believe in the Lord, and I think
Hmm.
it because I can do this stuff, it's Him doing it through me. Because why do I just know how? Electrical, dude, you don't just know.
No,
Let me tell you something. The
no.
first time I ever did it is when we had this farm in Virginia, and it was an old balloon frame house. The electrical wasn't really in there. It was half
Hmm.
butt put in there because it didn't have it when they built it. It was from the
Mm.
1800s.
Oh wow.
And my brother was there and hadn't moved there yet. And he's like, dude, I'm trying to fix some of these switches and some electrical. You want to come help me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I've never done it. I haven't even been in construction yet. I was only like 20 years old.
Oh shit.
Granted, some people started in a teen, but I've never fooled with any of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I went and I started doing electrical, like the light switches and shit. And I just knew how it went together. Why? Why do I know how to wire this stuff?
That's
You tell
awesome.
me. Somebody tell me, why do I know this shit? It's
Yeah.
weird, dude.
Dude,
I'm
if
not
that's
kidding.
if that's
I'm
not a sign from above, I don't know what is.
I'm not kidding, dude. There's stuff I
That's
do that I
crazy.
don't know why I knew how to do it. I'm doing a job the other day. I'm working on a pocket door,
Uh-huh.
an old 1800s Victorian home.
Ooh.
And the hanger up top came off and it was dangling in the back. Now, normally to work on these, you got to take the trim and molding apart so you can get to it. And I didn't want to
Okay.
do that because it's been painted and everything else, and I didn't want to ruin anything. I
Mhm.
managed to pull the door out and I reached in with this little stick and I managed to get the hanger out. And I literally had the door and I had just enough room. I got a picture, I could send it to you, where you could see all this was these 4 fingers. This is what was inside the wall.
Okay.
There's a space just big enough for me to slip my fingers in, and I got a picture where all you could see was just my knuckles,
Oh wow.
and I'm like this with 2 fingers, the pinky ain't reaching, and I can feel the
Uh-huh.
screw, and I'm holding the hanger, and I'm holding a hanger, the screw, and everything in place with just these 2 fingers inside the wall,
Oh
and
my
I'm screwing the
God.
hang and I actually got it all back together perfect. Without
What?
why would I be how is that even possible?
Holy crap.
Dude, I'm not kidding. I will send you the picture. I took a picture. I'm literally doing it, and I'm like, nobody's gonna believe I'm doing this. And I took a picture of my hand tucked in the doorway. It's weird. So I didn't
Hell
have to
yeah,
tear
send that
anything
to me. I
apart.
want to see that shit.
It's
Fuck yeah.
it's nuts.
See, and that's the thing, dude. Like I said earlier, I'm jealous of those kinds of traits when people can do that because I'm the complete opposite. Like I don't know how to do anything and I gotta research it and figure it out and then implement it and then I can kind of do certain things here and there.
Yeah, but
But I've
then
never had anything like you were saying, it just comes to you, right? Just easy. Like you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, this goes here and that goes there and that's blah 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 blah. I haven't found anything that hits me like that, dude. So like that's
yeah, but
just
there's
crazy.
stuff that you do that I can't do. I mean, so make it sound like it's nothing, but just like the way your knowledge and the way you can speak and all that. I'm retarded, dude. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
There goes that old school. I got damn it.
We just talked about this.
We just talked about that.
You gotta
I'm
watch yourself.
sorry. I gotta get a bleeper. Okay, ready?
Bleeper. Um,
Notification.
oh my god. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Holy shit. Send that to me. I want to see that in a better, clearer kind of situation.
That's
Um,
how I put that thing back together.
that's insane. And you
I'll
just
send
you
you.
just
There's
you
another
just put
picture I
that
took.
together with just your fingers. Like you didn't even
Yeah.
get anything else in there to tighten it down. No screwdriver, no nothing. It's just like essentially hand tight in there and it's just good to go. That's insane. I'd
It
have
was
been stuck in that position, and I you know what I would have ended up doing? I would have just demoed the entire wall and started from scratch.
see that? That's the hanger in there. It looks big, but that gap really ain't big. It just looks
Wow.
like it. It was crazy. And after
Yeah.
I done, I just kept
I would have never figured that out.
as I'm doing it, I'm going, how am I doing? I can't believe I'm doing it. Because I kept trying to grab it. I'm like, I could feel the screw, and all I had to do, dude, was make one wrong move, and that screw was in the wall somewhere.
Yeah.
It was not. There was nothing holding the screw in place
That's
until I got it
exactly
in.
and if I would have done the technique that you just showed me and that you've been describing, that's exactly what would have happened to me, literally, like, a half of a second into trying it, the
I
screw
don't.
would have been gone.
I don't know
And
why I
like
didn't
I
lose that
said, I would be
screw.
demoing the whole fucking wall and starting from scratch.
I
That's
just.
what happens to me.
I'm like, I'm gonna lose the screw. I'm gonna lose, and I never did. And as I'm getting it in, I'm like, I
That's
can't believe it.
amazing.
How is this even happening?
That's amazing. That's crazy.
I overtalked it. I'm not trying to
I don't
brag.
have that
I'm
kind of
not
luck.
bragging about it. I'm in awe about it. I'm like, I don't get it. Other
Yeah,
than
I
what I said is the only thing that makes sense to me.
it
I don't
blows
think
my mind. I don't have that kind of luck
I don't
or
usually
skill.
either.
I don't
But
have
now
that
there's
kind of
been other
luck or
times where
that kind
like
of
I'm
skill.
putting a tub in and I get a tub, but they overdid the spray, the fiberglass spray in the outside of it. So it ended up
Mm,
being thicker than it normally would be.
mhm,
And I'm thinking, because I've done so many, I'm like, okay, get the tub, I start slamming it in, and it gets stuck.
mhm.
Like, so when I'm standing here holding it, the tub is way up here. Like you could crawl
Okay.
under it, and it's just stuck in the wall in
Oh,
between the studs
shit.
because it's too wide, and I
That's
can't get it. I'm
amazing.
like, I'm fuck now. What do I do? The tub was stuck there. So I had to yank. I mean, I got lucky. I got it out, and I had to grind the damn fiberglass down because they oversprayed
Oh,
it.
pain in
But
the
like
ass.
some stuff ain't, I'm not walking around just doing miracles all the time. But there there are some stuff I've done where I'm like, I don't get it. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
glad, but I'm just like, I can only tell you one reason why I think, but moving on.
yeah. For me, like, really the only thing that clicks per se is essentially what I've spent the last 15 years doing as far as my like actual career is concerned, right? My day job. And I'm still not to the point where I'm comfortable enough to talk about that on the show. Um,
That's
I
cool.
mean, it's nothing anybody wondering, it's nothing risque or anything like
Mhm.
that, you know. I mean, I would be the world's worst stripper. I'd have to pay everybody else. But
Much money mean none. I gotta pay him to look at me.
exactly. But it's just one of those things like it's kind of a taboo subject nowadays. We'll talk about it on the show at some point in time, I'm sure, but not right now with everything going on in the world.
Yeah, you gotta yeah. Every episode, I have to say, I fucking hate that sound. Always,
Well,
right in the
that's
middle.
because every episode that the timer goes off, and for us, it doesn't feel like it's been an hour. For us, it feels like it's been 10, 15 minutes because we okay. I just recently, was it last week? I think it was last week. I recently last week, yes, last week, started making calls in the group chats
Yeah.
on the Line app. Um, Up until that point, you and I literally would not talk to each other pretty much on the phone, right? I mean, we would text back and forth, but as far as phone calls or
During the
video
week,
calls or
yeah.
anything, we wouldn't do that. We would save it for Fridays, right? And it's one of those things, even though we've been in multiple group calls together and video chats or whatever they're
We still
called.
have an ass load to say.
Well, dude, my brain is going, yeah, but it's been X amount of time since we actually sat down to do a show, you know? So it's kind of like a different mentality
Oh, yeah.
almost.
Totally different.
But it
It is
kills me.
different.
It kills me how fast the time goes because I don't like it either. But for
I don't like it.
continuity's Well, I mean, it just for me. What I mean is the same thing for you. It feels like it ends too fast.
Yeah.
You know. But for continuity's sake and consistency and all that kinds of good shit, and a reasonable length of time for a listening audience.
I will tell you though, we
Do
are
what we
gonna
do.
have episodes where we're gonna have to run over an extra 30 minutes. You know, we're gonna end up having some conversations where
Oh
we
yeah.
can't just cut it off.
Oh yeah.
So,
It's gonna happen.
yeah.
It hasn't happened yet. I mean, I think the longest we've gone over was actually with Ferris and Nancy. It was like
Yeah.
an hour and 17 minutes, hour and 18 minutes, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one that was recorded. And on that note, I'm done.
Send me your shit
Ah,
back. I'm done with you.
dude, I'm so happy. I am,
I'm
dude. Like
glad, dude.
I am so happy to be sitting here and doing this with you. I know for some people out there who are listening, they probably have this whole thought of, these guys literally just sit there and bullshit and don't really talk about anything. But like, dude, you're talking to an extremely good friend
Yeah.
that you've never met in real life before, but is still sitting literally right in front of you. We've got all the same gear, literally mixing board, microphone, stand, headphones. Thank you to the listeners again
Thank you,
for the
donators.
donations.
Yep.
Thank you to you, Nick, because you sent all that shit to me. You want to know something? You want to know a secret?
Yeah.
I'll tell you a secret, buddy. Tell you a secret. You are now one of. There are 2 people that I've met through Smule and the Line app that have my address. The other person still has my old address. They don't have my new one. So you're the only one online or in any of the Smule groups that actually knows my current physical true address. And part of that has to do with what I do for a living.
Well, let me tell you something. That's what just makes a certain something even awesomer because in the first episode or so, and even before we just started the podcast, it was always
Mhm.
about I don't share my Facebook with anybody.
Hey, I let you in.
I
I let
know,
you in.
but I was always like, I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get in there.
I was dead set on making you actually wait a while. Like I had it planned out, dude. I'm like, I'm gonna let this go for like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. And then you started the page, and then you were messaging me all the time, dude. The page is getting traction, the Facebook page is getting traction. And then I went and I followed the page, and then I was seeing how much traction it got, and I'm like, fuck, I
You
need to
have to
help
get
him.
in
I gotta give him my shit.
there.
So it is what it is. I'm not upset about it at all. I'm actually really happy about it. But
Well,
I had this whole long like joke kind of thing planned out for it, and I'm kind of upset that the joke didn't get to go through, but it's fine.
I'm not. I didn't have to wait till, like we said in the episode, where I was on my deathbed, and I was like, "Yes, I made it." Ugh.
90 years old. I'm in his Facebook.
Well,
I don't know why I snored to signify death. That was kind of weird.
I don't know,
Whatever.
maybe people snort right at the end.
Hey, they say some people pass gas. I don't know. It is what it is.
Well, I'm gonna end this one, and I'm probably gonna start telling you this all the time. It's gonna be part of our episodes. I love you, dude.
Love you too, brother.
I know how we met and everything, and it might seem weird to people, but just the way we talk and everything, you're a fucking awesome friend to me.
Same wavelength,
I,
bro.
I'm telling you, dude. There's just so
Same
many
wavelength.
things that I click, and it's people
Oh
can
yeah.
say it sounds weird. You can say make whatever damn jokes you want. I'm very when it comes to friends and family, I'm a quality, not quantity guy, and I know
Yep.
when I meet the
Same
right
here.
person.
Same here. And then of
It's
course there's another factor that comes into play, and that factor is loyalty.
That's right.
That's huge. So yeah.
Mm. Someday, dude, we'll actually be able to hang out. That's gonna be weird.
Yeah, dude, if this thing ever takes off the way that you and I kind of hope it will, maybe one day the show will be able to afford to have Nick and Brandon actually sit down live in
That'll be
front of each other.
think about it, dude. Just real
Oh,
quick.
dude, that would be nuts. That'd be so much fun.
Imagine people do it. Imagine what
Mhm,
it's like where, like, we do this and we know each other and
mhm,
we hang out, we know each other's lives, and we're, like, starting to where we like each other, where everything's so close, and
mhm,
we're talking about our home lives to each other, and we're getting, advice from each other and whatever.
mhm,
We have
mhm,
something
mhm,
going on, we talk to each other.
mhm,
But we're so used, like, if say it takes 5 years or whatever it
mhm.
is, and
Yeah,
this is what we're used to. It's this or either on the phone.
yeah.
And then that
And on the
one
on the
th
phone, we do talk about that stuff. We talk
yeah,
about life and what's going on.
yeah,
We keep it out of the show on
yeah,
purpose.
but on our live,
But
we
yeah,
talk about stuff we've been whatever, so we know pretty good.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we're literally face to face in real life.
Dude, I would be so happy.
I
That would
would
be
be
so cool.
oh, I'd be so ecstatic, but at the same time, want it just for a second be kinda weird because
Right?
we're, like,
It's like, "Oh my god,
meeting
you
for
ig."
the first time for the
Yeah,
second time type of thing. It's
exactly,
gonna
exactly. It's like you're real, you're tangible, and you're not on my computer screen.
it's
What's wrong with this picture?
it's dude, really?
I can't wait.
It's like,
I can't wait.
oh,
Well,
alright,
and it's
people.
that actually, you know what? That reminds me, before we go, that
Alright.
reminds me, because in a call, I can't was it on a show or was it on a call? If it was on a show, it was on a show. I think it was on a call. We were talking about camera setups for Smule and angles and this and that and the other, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I've always got my camera over here pretty much even, but I'm looking up at my microphone. And you made a comment. You're like, I always thought you were short, like 5'6",
Yeah.
5'7". And I'm like, nah, dude, I'm 6 foot. So if we meet in real life, you're gonna actually see me and you're gonna go, you son of a bitch, you really are 6 foot.
Well, it threw me off because whenever you do, even now, like, if somebody looks at you, I don't know what it is, but I think, "He looks like he's, like, a shorter dude." You don't look like a I don't know what it is why, I don't know why. It's just some weird illusion on the camera. But then I remember, for whatever reason, I went to your Smule page,
How's
and it
that?
was
Is that better?
I think I went to see what you had open or something 'cause I just started scrolling through shit.
Mhm.
But I remember one of the first times I checked your Smule page oh, I know what it was. It's when you added me as your one of your favorite sing people to sing with,
Mm, mhm,
and it
mhm.
said Brandon mentioned you in his bio, so I went to see what it is you put,
Yeah.
and, I seen you had a picture of you standing with your family,
Mhm.
and I'm like, "Wait a minute, that dude's actually tall." Either that or his wife is really tall, really short,
Really short.
'cause
Yeah. Well,
that's
and it's a mixture of the 2. Like, I'm not super crazy tall. I'm 6 foot, right, on my driver's license. In reality, like, real true life, I'm 5 foot 11 and a half inches tall,
I'm
okay?
5'11".
See, I'm a half inch taller than you.
Yeah, but that's probably calluses or something built up on your
Them them damn warts I got on the bottom of my heels. Oh, no, the finger wart's gone.
Oh,
Yeah, that's cool. But, yeah, so and I wear cowboy boots, like, 99% of the time, so they
oh,
make me that half inch taller, so I'm 6 foot. There you go, nice boots.
dang.
But, yeah, so I'm basically 6 foot, and my wife is actually pretty short. She's like 5'3".
Yeah, exactly, so imagine to my surprise when I'm thinking you're a short guy,
Yeah, you're thinking I'm five
I know
six, so you're like, "What is she,
yeah, 5'6",
4'9"?
5'7", so I'm like, "Wait a minute, if he's short, holy Moses."
Oh, man.
So weird.
Anyway, that's
Yeah,
that.
that's,
It
hope you
is
guys
what
like
it
that
is.
ending. Well, it's a good show, brother.
Oh, dude, every show's a good show, man.
I'm having so
Even if
much
it's a bad
fun.
show, at least we get to, chill and talk to each other.
We're getting more professional, dude. We actually look like we have a clue.
Almost.
We're getting there.
I'm gonna end with this shot right here. Oh, and again, thanks to y'all out there listening and watching on YouTube. We really do appreciate you, and we love y'all too. Thank you.
Love you.
Look at that thing.
You. See you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Later.